This video is sponsored by Level 8 Luggage. Get 10% off using code Nonstop10. Today we're in the Philippines to take an awesome ferry trip from Manila to Cebu. I'll be in a VIP suite for this 29-hour trip, so come along with me and we'll check it all out together. Welcome to Manila. The Filipino capital's metropolitan area is home to nearly 25 million people, and the city was first settled over 1,000 years ago. I've been a few times now, and it's certainly an interesting place to visit, but I'd much rather escape to the islands, as I'm doing today. If you don't speak English, please enable the closed caption subtitles as they're translated into 140 languages for you. You can also now change the audio track to 8 other languages, including Spanish, Italian, French, German, Japanese and Hindi. I hopped in a grab taxi for the 10-minute drive from my hotel to the port of Manila. Even at 6:30 AM, the city is already bustling with life. We'll be travelling with to-go ferries today, and they depart from Pier 4 at the North Harbour. There is a drop-off area right in front of the terminal. Opposite is a large waiting area which has a few shops and cafes. And a cash desk where you need to pay the terminal tax. This was already included in my online fare, so they just stamped my ticket as paid. Then you can head over to the terminal where your ticket will be checked before entry.
Good morning. No, just present it at the counters.
Next up is a bag x-ray and body metal detector check. And then the check-in at this desk. The staff was so friendly. This is a theme of the whole trip. Then you just wait in this departure lounge for boarding to start, around 1 hour before scheduled departure. Here we can catch a first glimpse of our ride down to Cebu. If you need a new case for your travels in 2025, get a great deal with Level 8. In the past few months I've been trying out the Roadrunner 20-inch carry-on, and it has really won my heart. It features ultra-quiet 360-degree durable spinner wheels for effortless movement and a quick access, lockable front laptop and tablet pocket. Its large 38-litre capacity and multitude of storage pockets is ideal for compartmentalising your packing. There is also a lifetime warranty for absolute peace of mind on endless adventures. Level 8 are offering my viewers a special discount of 10% off every order using code Nonstop10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. Our ship today is the to-go Masinag, which was newly refurbished and started operating in the Philippines just 3 months prior to filming this video, in June 2024, along with her sister ship, the to-go Masikap. These RoPax, or roll-on roll-off passenger ferries, were built in 2002 and operated in Japan between Osaka and Fukuoka until 2022. Before we're allowed to embark, we must line up our luggage for a sniffer dog to inspect. If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now or the join button in every video. Thank you! Then we walk across the dock to the gangway. I'm not really sure how wheelchair users or people with reduced mobility are boarded, as we were all ushered up this fairly steep metal staircase. If you know, leave me a comment below. Then another ticket check happened when I entered the main concourse. When she saw my suite ticket, she directed me straight towards the information desk, where a staff member was summoned to escort me to my room. The suites and staterooms are located up on deck 7, accessed by this lift. They are down this private corridor. There are 5 staterooms, 1 VIP suite which was unfortunately sold out when I booked, and 2 regular suites. I'm in one of the latter, suite D2. Now ensues a small discussion where the lady wanted to take my passport as a deposit for the room key. I obviously refused this request, and we compromised instead on an expired driving licence I carry around for exactly these reasons. Nonstop Eurotrip: don't ever let your passport out of your sight unless it's locked in a hotel safe. My first impressions are, wow, this looks super comfortable, but we'll be sure to check it out properly once we get going. Today's route will see us depart Manila at 8 AM on Tuesday morning, call at Batangas in southern Luzon Island on Tuesday afternoon, and then sail non-stop to Cebu with a scheduled arrival time of 1 PM on Wednesday. Before departure, let's head outside for a little explore. Here is the area where pets can be accommodated during the voyage, either accompanied or not. There are specific pet cabins too. In the adjacent berth, we can see another to-go vessel, the Masigla, loading up for her next voyage with the hazy Manila skyline in the background. We depart a few minutes early, just before 8 AM. This overnight journey is 830 kilometers in distance and is scheduled to take 29 hours, arriving at 1 PM tomorrow lunchtime. The price for private occupancy of this suite for up to 2 people, including all taxes and fees, is 8,848 Filipino pesos, which I believe is good value for this comfortable private space. The cheapest ticket on this sailing is in Mega Value class. Yes, it's really called that. One bunk in there costs 1,541 pesos. Pensioners receive a 20% discount on tickets. Children aged 2 and over pay full fare, and those under 2 are priced at a flat rate of 500 pesos per trip. I'll show you the other accommodations later on in the video. As we run adjacent to Manila's container port, I found it quite a sad picture to see these slums, is that the right word, adorning the shore? It's blooming hot out here, so let's head inside now and check out my suite. The room is accessed using a physical key and can be locked using this deadbolt on the inside. There are 2 large single beds. These both had soft mattresses, nice clean sheets and fluffy pillows. All the lighting is controlled by this panel on the bedside table. Additional light switches and the air conditioning controls are just inside the main door. The AC worked really well. The cabin window has both net and blackout curtains. Seating options are provided by this large sofa in the corner and 3 armchairs around a coffee table. There is also a work desk and a chair, and glasses, cups and a hot water flask which can be refilled at the restaurants downstairs for free. A hairdryer, TV and fridge are also present. The wardrobe has hanging space for clothes, along with 2 adult life jackets on the top shelf. Children's ones are issued separately by the crew if required. The ensuite bathroom is spacious and features a Japanese-style bidet unit, toilet roll, sanitizer and an amenity kit. The water pressure was good at the sink, bath and shower, and it was also hot whenever I needed it. Overall, an excellent room, very clean and comfortable. I'll be more than happy to spend the next 29 hours living here. Okay, time to go and check out the rest of the ship. The accommodations are mostly located on deck 6 and 7 and all the main passenger facilities on deck 5. This is the main concourse. There is a travel accessory and gift shop and a spa which was closed on my trip. And also a supermarket cum pharmacy. This has a huge selection of beers, soft drinks and snacks, albeit mostly very unhealthy. There is this cool coffee shop too. This serves all the typical hot and cold fancy drinks, along with cakes and light meals too. I went for this obscenely calorific salted caramel frappe. It cost 130 pesos. I then took it back to my room to catch up on some Jeb Brooks videos that I'd downloaded for the trip.
In the ultimate business class battle, we'll test it all. The lounges.
The ship is meant to have Wi-Fi, however I couldn't get it to connect reliably.
You may not believe the result.
However, as we were sailing mostly next to various islands, the 4G signal was usually okay, such as here near Calatagan. The main dining option on this boat for passengers travelling in the lower classes is this restaurant. It has a buffet selection of savoury and sweet dishes and drinks, along with a large seating area. The complimentary meals for suite, stateroom and business class passengers are served in the Horizon Cafe. This was my lunch, which is served between 11 AM and 1 PM. You get a soup starter, a choice between a couple of main course options and a small dessert, along with an iced tea and a water. It was fine, nothing special but tasty enough. There is no vegetarian option available. Anyway, back in my room, I've set up my GoPro for a time lapse while I have a little afternoon nap. I'll let you enjoy the boat window views that I missed while I was asleep. I awake as we're being shunted into the docks at Batangas on the southern edge of Luzon Island. I find it fascinating that these small tugboats can manoeuvre these huge ships with such precision. We are scheduled a 3-hour stop here while more cargo and passengers are loaded for our onward non-stop journey to Cebu. Sunset and then total darkness envelops the ship and I head down for dinner, which is served between 6 and 8 PM. This is much the same format as lunch, although with an added ice-cold San Miguel this time that I bought from the onboard shop. After watching some more YouTube, I settled down for an earlyish night as it had been a long and hot day. Good morning. I slept really well for around 10 hours uninterrupted. The beds were really comfortable and there was no discernible movement or rocking despite a light storm this morning. Breakfast is served between 6 and 8 AM and includes a hot meal and tea or coffee. Here's a look at the other accommodations on board from cheapest upwards. Mega Value Class is dormitory style beds, while Tourist Class is shared hostel style bunk beds in a room. Business Class is a 2-berth room with twin beds, as is a stateroom but of a much higher comfort level with more amenities. I then grabbed a latte from the coffee shop and headed up to the sun deck to enjoy the last few hours of the trip. Do you have any suggestions of any more brilliant boat trips which I could make in Southeast Asia? Leave me a comment below. We are now on the approach to the destination port, so as we avoid the canoeists, let me summarise my experience on the to-go Masinag in a suite on this 29-hour voyage from Manila to Cebu. I had a fantastic experience. The room was super comfortable and clean, as was the ensuite bathroom. I slept really well. The onboard facilities were more than sufficient for the length of journey, as were the complimentary food offerings. It was also great value for money. All the staff were very friendly and helpful, and I even got my expired driving licence back about half hour before arrival in exchange for returning the room key. Great job to go Ferries. I really enjoyed this trip and I'd highly recommend using them to travel around the Philippines. They have a large network connecting many islands and ports. Obviously it's much slower than flying, but a much better experience overall in my opinion. This was my second visit to Cebu, and I stayed on Lapu-Lapu Island this time at the Belmont Hotel. I had a lovely 5 days of relaxing and diving. I was a bit late to the departure party, but still it only took around 10 minutes to queue up and deboard, again down a long metal gangway. Have you been on any ferries around Southeast Asia? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas and suggestions, so drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter for anything you really want to see on the channel. We then just walked unescorted across the dockyard to the exit, where you'll find a plethora of taxi drivers haggling for your business. My advice, check the price on Grab and tell them you'll only pay that much. If they don't agree, just book a Grab taxi, there's always loads available. I found a guy who gave me an honest price near the end of the line. Don't forget to subscribe and thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.